Nervous again after she fell.
Could I speak to you alone for a few minutes?
Of course.
Maybe we can help each other out.
How's that?
Frank, I didn't know that girl who drowned out there.
You said she was your daughter.
Well, she was, but when Terry's mother died, she took it very badly. Our relationship deteriorated, and she ended up leaving home. Now, that was over 2 years ago, and I haven't seen her since. She left resenting me and all the things I stood for.
What is that?
Wealth, an impeccable reputation, solid base to build a life on. All the middle-class sellouts.
There must have been more to it than that.
Well, there was. I made some mistakes with her, I admit that. But I thought that with love and time, I could get her back. Well, that dream's gone now.
I'm sorry.
Frank, Terry was all I had. I'm not a morbid person, but I'd like to know who she became before she died. I'd like to know who her friends were and what her values were. My daughter's gone, and I didn't even know her. It's a terrible thing to have to admit to myself.
I understand.
I know this has been hard on you too, Frank, but really, I think we could help each other.
Go on.
Lieutenant Conrad said that you and your brother are detectives, is that right?
Sometimes.
You and your brother are young. You're Terry's contemporaries. I can't help but think that you'd be better at getting information out of her friends than either the police or I would be. I want to know who my daughter was before she died, Frank, and you can help me. Or will you do it, please?
You did what? I agreed to help him. Look, Joe, it's important to him. He really wants to know.
Frank, you sure it's not you that really wants to know?
Maybe. Maybe that's true, too. Look, I'll do it by myself.
We're a team, remember?
Someone was looking for something.
Yeah, but who? For what?
There could have been someone that knows a death means an abandoned apartment. That's an open invitation to robbery.
Someone certainly took advantage of the invitation.
Mary Ann, thanks for all your help. Love, Mark Crawford. Let's see what Mr. Crawford knows. He was nice enough to leave his thank you note on the back of his business card.
Lovely, beautiful, lovely. Ah, wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. All right, now you've got to work with me on this. We are selling perfume, not a bar of soap in Mulberry Street, right? Okay, lovely. Now hold that.
You sent her some flowers.
That's right. Love, could you raise your head, please? Get the shadow out of your eyes. I want to see them. Thank you. Yes, I would have sent her the entire flower shop if I could have afforded it. But as you can see by my palatial surroundings, I couldn't.
You know about her accident?
Yes. I read about it in this morning's paper on page 8. She deserves better than page 8.
Do you think you could stop for a minute, please, and tell us about Mary Ann?
I don't need to stop. I'm used to working on the move. I was crazy about Mary Ann, but I wasn't alone. She had that effect on people. I got 2 full-fashion layouts thanks to her.
How's that?
She used to pose for me. Must have given me 100 hours of her time. Mary Ann would never take anything in return. All right, love. Thank you very much. Next time, try to get a little sleep, won't you? I'm a photographer, not a magician. She'll be a great girl when she grows up.
Is there anything more you can tell us about Mary Ann?
She knew how important it was for me to make it here. Sometimes she even worked harder than I did in order to make me the breadwinner.
Were you that close?
Well, we weren't having a thing, if that's what you mean. You see, my wife turns 21 at the end of this month. And her ancestors were some of the original settlers of these islands. When she does turn 21, she shall inherit a good portion of the family fortune. You get my point? I married Lucy for her money.
Yeah, but only now they'll see that you made it on your own.
Right. Thanks to Mary Ann.
Very pretty girl.
Where'd you meet her?
Place. She used to sing down near the beach. Hopper's place.
Can you give us directions?
Sure. Shame.
Well, he didn't seem very broken up for someone who was supposed to be so fond of her.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about it being business as usual in there.
Well, what did you expect? A funeral march playing on the stereo and mourners weeping from the dark room?
No, I just figured that...
What?
I don't know. The film.
What?
The film that you took on the beach. Let's go back and set it up.
I still don't understand what we're looking for.
Look, I was only 50 yards away from her. Watch the way she just disappears.
You see that? And she never came up. I mean, if she hit her head in a rock or something, why didn't I find her?
Frank, those currents are real tricky out there. I mean, she could have been swept right out over the reef.
Maybe she was shot.
You would have heard it.
Or maybe not. Maybe somebody pulled her down from under the water.
Don't you think you're reaching a little bit? Have you seen enough?
Yeah. Let's go see Hubba.